Good morning, this is Andrew from Trend Following Mentor. In this short little video, I'm just going to talk about the trades that I'm looking to enter potentially on January 14th, 2014. The rationale behind this is not to give anyone any personal advice or make any recommendations. What this is more to understand the methodology in which I trade. And as a trend follower, we do two things. We buy breakouts or we buy retracements. And yesterday the market sold off very heavily. You have a lot of distribution days which are negative, but the market can always surprise. We don't know the future, and we have to be consistent with our methodology unless that changes. And right now, I mean, one of the things I do is I'm willing to go long when the 10-period exponential moving average is above the 30 exponential moving average. Well, let me just show you that real quick. Oops. I use Metastock. It's very easy. I've been using that since 1994, actually. And I look at the S&Ps, and it's a very simple rule. Everything is rule-based. There's no opinions. There's no tips or anything like that. It's doing homework, and homework requires a lot of time. And one of my basic rules is I'm willing to go long when the 10-period exponential moving average is above this 30. Right now, we're still above it. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow it'll be below it, like it was back in this period. You don't know. We don't know the future. But then when you least expect it, things turn around, like in here. And this is where profits could be made. But again, you take it day by day. But giving the background again, if you didn't watch my first video that I did earlier, that there's distribution days. When you have these distribution days, it means there's more volume going into stocks going down on the downside, or that there's less volume, there's more selling going on than buying. Let's just make it very simple like that. When you have more than 6, it's a very big negative for the market. And currently we have 7 for the NASDAQ and 6 for the S&P. So that's a very big negative. There's another big negative here that the MACD is in a divergence, where what that means is the MACD is lower and the indices are higher. So that's a negative. You also have another negative regarding the complete optimism of investment advisors, which was also discussed in my prior video. And the other thing is the margin debt. But again, we don't know the future, and you just got to keep on putting on trades and follow rules. It's not comfortable to try to go long after a big sell-off day yesterday, but you never know. So these are the trades that I'm looking at. Let's just do one by one. Actually, I was in this trade. It's a pattern recognition type of idea. And also, you can notice with Hertz, first of all, what I try to do is I try to buy leading stocks. That's first of all. I want to buy the strongest stocks and then in their stronger sectors. And right here, you can see that Hertz broke out and then now turned down. I use very tight stops in order that I can use a lot more position sizing, that I can put on more shares. Because if the trade works, I want to run with it and make more money. Like actually I did with this one. Here, let me just do this real quick. This was a big winner, and wasn't any rocket science or anything like that. I just stumbled onto the trade, and I had a lot of position. And you can see, again, the same scenario. I'm pulling back to the 50-period exponential moving average. I bought the breakout here, ka-ching, and it was a small risk. That's what you want to try to do. You don't want to risk more than 1% of your account. You want to try to, again, you need to make your rules. What I do for me is I want to see a trade work right from the onset. If it doesn't work, then I'm out. And yesterday I got taken out, but I'm going to try it again because I have a pattern here. This is another stock, one of the strongest stocks. And you can have various reasons. I have a pattern that I like. It's a pullback. I like pullbacks. You can use a symmetrical triangle type of approach. If it takes out this triangle, I'm looking to go long. Cons is another example. It broke out and then pulled back very strongly. And what's very interesting with this is I have the pattern recognition. I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down days. That's a lot of selling, but you know what? It was not on big volume. This was big volume right here. This big move up. This volume was 6,844,000 shares. Compare this to all these other days that there's some selling. 800,000. I mean, it's not a lot of volume. So possibly this is recoiling, and I'm looking for it to come back up to here, to the highs of 80.20. I don't know. I'm willing to take the shot. I'm buying the high of 70, a little bit above the high, 70.85, and risking down to 67.12. Umbrella also is a strong stock. And it's also pulled back 1, 2, 3, 4 days. Has a pattern. Has the force index on a pullback. It's pulled back on big volume though, but we'll see. I'm buying the breakout on top of here actually. Here, and I'm risking to the lows here. Again, any of these trades really aren't made for any one, any individual suggestion. These are things that I'm doing in my own private account, for personal proprietary account. It's not for clients. And I'm looking for ideas. QE is a leading stock. It also pulled back to the breakout. And also I have a pattern. I also have a force index showing a retracement. Looking to buy the high here, risking down to here. I'm trying to take small bets and stumble into things when they start moving, which you can see here. It took out here, hit the 50-period moving average, and then this is a huge move. I would have bought the high of this bar at 47.23, which didn't hit. I would have been buying here, 46.60. And it took off. That's what you want to see when things take off. And when they don't work, you get out. This is what trading is all about. Again, this is Andrew from Trend Following Mentor. If there's any way I can help you, just let me know. I'm here to help you. The other thing, too, is just to let you know, I scan the stocks with a ranking. It's called Trend Following Mentor Ranking. And it's a great way to understand what are the strongest stocks in the stock market. Again, thank you. This is Andrew from Trend Following Mentor. Thank you.